I would like no hoods, but no hoods. I mean, no hoods and hat, no hats and hoods. Yo, let me just. Okay, the mic is on. I'm just trying to. Yeah, in today's space. Hold on, Millie. In today's space, yeah, we're going to talk about problems and solutions. If you want to speak, you know what to do. Obviously, I can do the. I can invite you, but yeah, I can invite you up, but also don't be scared to. Yeah, you there, bro? Hello. Yeah. Can you hear?
Not scared. I'm here.
Can
I
you hear
can't
me? Oh,
believe
Yeah,
we
yeah.
Chronic.
got Wiley up here.
Chronic. Sorry, bruv. I didn't know who that was. It says
Come
CVK.
on, you
You know.
know, gotta be hiding nowadays, bro.
Oh,
I'm
what?
CV. Yeah,
You ain't
it's
got to hide.
CVK,
You ain't.
culture vulture killer. I cannot believe it.
You
No,
ain't
but
got
yo,
to
I'm
hide.
screaming. No, man, don't hide and talk. But yo, I'm screaming. No, it's just a blessing that you're here opening the space. Come on,
Yeah, but
chatty.
you gave me the inspirations here.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Listen, what you guys? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah, I'm just saying, no, man. Come on. My whole thing is to bring back the people that's got something to say. We can spark interesting conversations, get a bit of knowledge of whatever we're doing, even chatting from people that have lived a life to chat about. Yeah, so anytime I see Igloo, I'm there. But I'm not gonna make it all about myself. I'm just gonna govern in it. But I'm just making sure no ops come up here, you know, no ops. To get to one, you gotta get through me.
Send Chronik the co-host.
Yeah, no, but I don't want to make it all about myself. It's a blessing to have you here talking what you're talking. So met the people, them, yeah. I big up honestly, Trina. That's one of my ones. You understand? Good for conversation. You understand? She's one of us. You know what I mean? But yeah, big up everyone in this room. I can't believe you thought you was gonna wife having Wiley all to yourself. But like, you know what I mean? I'm
You
here.
know what, Mike? We was
Yeah.
obviously we was talking the other day, but the realistic side of it is, I, when you're someone and you're like us and you want to help or put people together from a youth club point of view, yeah, it's always good to try and see what the problems are and find the solutions. And that's really where because you know why? I was young, I made mistakes, I had the problem, and I didn't want to know the solutions. I didn't want to know the solutions. It's only now I've managed to be able to step out of my own shoes, see life from other people's point of view, and try to find solution for problem.
Sometimes the solution just busting someone's head. But yo, I'm screaming, give Janae a co-host as well. I'm going mad.
So boom. So boom. Solutions and problems. In grime, any genre, but just because I'm part of this one, I would love to know everyone's problems and to find the solutions to these problems. And before I even go any further, it's like I need to explain to you, grime is a DIY genre. It's about what you and your crew are doing, or you and your. It's not about, oh yeah, Wiley, I've got a problem. Digger D got £500,000 for a mixtape. I need 600,000. That's not what we're dealing with here. Yeah, I can't. If Digger D got £500,000 for a mixtape, that's what he did. I can't. I don't know the answer to. Well, Digger D got it, so where's my one? That's not it, right? What we're here to do is we're going to find the solutions to our grime problems that we have. So please, if you've got problems, tell me them. I want to hear them.
Do you know any grime problems
Who said that
that
again?
you can visit? Do you know any grime problems that you can visibly see?
Well, I know my own grime problems, like which will be Wiley, you didn't turn up.
Not
Wiley,
turning up, yeah.
yeah, I have problems. That's why I'm trying to discuss. Remember, what it's not a
What are the reasons for those non-turning ups?
my.
I know there's
Do
a
you want me
different
to tell
version
you?
every time.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
be honest with you? If you have a 30-year music career and you keep saying yes, a few times is going to be no.
Yeah,
I.e., you're like, if imagine. So let's go back to the beginning, yeah, like early, right? And you're Wiley, just for instance, and I ring you, I'm the booking agent, right? Wiley, I got this for you, 20 grand in there. You're never ever in your life going to say no to 10s and 20s and 5s. I wasn't, okay? I can't. I need any pen. I need 500 quid, let alone 10 and 5 and 10, right? I do. But what I'm willing to admit is my problems were because I didn't know how to say no. I took on too much and I was trying to help the whole world whilst helping myself, which unfortunately, Wiley, is going to lead to you don't make it everywhere. You've been stabbed 21 times. You've been in beef from 12 up to. It's just not going to be perfect, Wiley. Okay? You know?
You said something there. Yeah, I
Tell
was
me.
thinking. I was thinking something, but I didn't want to say it because we're brethren
No,
and
but
that.
we're
But
old. We're
yeah,
professional. Go on.
I watched in one interview that you did here. You was talking about one of the times when you were stabbed. I don't think it was stabbed. It was sliced, yeah, whatever, yeah. And you were saying that that affected you. You didn't want to do stuff for a long period of time, innit? So
Stabbed in the face, sliced in the face. I don't feel
yeah.
sorry for myself. Okay, I know how and why. I know where I grew up. Right. I don't want no one to feel sorry for me. I'm just
No,
saying.
not so much
Yeah,
feeling sorry. Was that
yeah,
a part
yeah.
of the reasons you never used to turn up to some places at that time?
But
Because it
but
just
but
seemed like that on the
yeah. Well,
interview.
that would have added to it after. But the truth is, whether I turn up or don't turn up, guess what? Everyone's only going to remember where I didn't turn up. So there's no point me going back and forth with people. I did, I didn't. I take responsibility. I'm not too big or small for no one to talk to me. Anyone can tell me anything. I will listen. And this is most likely why some people feel comfortable talking with me, and some people just think, forget Wiley, he's a dickhead. He's just free for all. He just wants to help everyone. The way he does it is wrong. Let's go and find Skepta. And then they go to try and find Skepta, only to realize Skepta's a big man. He's got his own responsibilities, and he doesn't want to do the Godfather bit, okay? Or he doesn't want to hear everyone's isms and schisms. And I hear him. I hear him because it's a lot. Managing humans is impossible. It's a lot to do. Help the whole world. I'm sorry, mate. But the truth is, you can't help the whole world anyway, Wiley. You can only do what you can do. You can lead them to the water. You cannot make them drink, I guess.
All right.
Attacking
Last.
some things and overcommitting. But what is the solution to that? What is your solution
But
now?
for me, I'm 45 years old. I'm
Mm,
cancelled and I'm a parent. There is
yeah.
just leave me alone is the solution, and let me
Mm,
be a dad, please. Is
mm,
really the solution today, right? But the reason why I'm in here and I want to hear people's problems so we can solve them is because a lot of problems are solvable with conversation and work without the miscommunication,
yeah.
I guess. So it's all well and good. Wiley, what? Forget
But
Wiley.
isn't that one of the problems though? Like
What?
me looking on, not as your brethren, just as a fan of grime or music or that. We didn't see or feel the effects of you not turning up places unless you bought a ticket and you weren't places. What we saw and felt the effects of was when you did speak up. I'm not going to say their names for you, but I'm saying, you know who I'm talking about, the system that you was talking about, the people that you was talking about. But isn't that the problem though? Like when I'm looking at problems, if we look at each other and say, like, what would I think Wiley's problem is? I don't think there's a problem in not turning up. There obviously is if you're the promoter or whatnot. But as a fan, that's not what our problem with you was, and it's still not our problem with you talking up against that system. But when you're saying, okay, leave people to just say what they want and do what they want, but when I look at your career, that's when they started trying to get at you, that, you know what I mean, for talking your truth.
Yeah, listen, but I also think wait.
Also,
the solution to not turning up is
turn up.
Not to say yes. No, not to say yes to everything.
Yeah, but that's me. That's me saying it. But
yeah,
that's me saying it. But the truth of the matter is, what Mike.
How are we gonna say no to money?
Back to exactly. But Mike, that's my point. When you're from the hood, who's gonna say no to money? You're not gonna say no to money.
You know you can't get to
Wiley, listen, Wiley, let me cut you off right there. See, as somebody just mentioned money, I think that was the issue. I remember about maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, I think it was 2014, when like that resurgence of grime was about again. And there was Elf Kid, there was a few other young boys doing their thing and it was popping off. And I remember there was money flying about on the table. And a certain somebody,
please?
I'm Lyndon.
Lyndon. All right, let's pick up Lyndon.
Yes, my brother. Listen, there was money flying about. I remember a certain amount of money, sometimes up to 100K, 150, being offered to certain people. And a certain somebody turned up and said to everybody, don't take no money from no fucking buildings, no corporation, don't even go to no meetings. Let's
name names, they can name names.
But well, I don't know. If you know him, innit? But if you was involved, you was around, you know who was saying, nobody don't take no money from no buildings, don't even go to no meetings, dead all that. Let's run this thing independently. And I tell you what, if certain people took those money, they could have changed their lives, changed some of the lives of their family, could have done something. Even if it didn't pop off, could have invested, things would have been different. 2 years later,
I think you should introduce yourself.
Hey, Lyndon.
Yes, Wiley.
Respect, bro. I can you remind me of that? Because I'm trying to understand.
Yeah,
what
I
that
need you
was.
to introduce himself and say.
Yeah, you don't have to bait it, but how can you can message me DM because I want to understand who did that, like who went somewhere and said don't do this and that. Can you DM me it so I can remember the time?
Say it.
Nah, because you know why? You know what, Mike? You know what, Mike?
Yeah, I hear you.
I love and respect you, you know, but I'm saying, you know, sometimes like if Lyndon feels funny, like just tell me the other way, Lyndon.
It's not even a feeling funny thing because
I'm not on no chatty patty
thing. I'm not on no chatty patty thing, but my point was there was a lot of men doing their thing around that time. You remember the time when Elf Kid come through? Yeah, what year?
I don't because I wasn't there.
He wasn't there,
you got to talk straight here. Wait,
Lyndon. I know Elf Kid. Was he with Novelist? Yeah.
Yeah, Nov's time, Elf Kid's time.
Was this Radar or before Radar?
I am not quite sure.
Okay, I weren't there. I'm listening to you though. I'm listening.
But they was popping off and they was doing their thing. It was around the time of the Konnichiwa album as well.
Okay, so Novelist, Elf Kid, and these guys was popping off.
Yes.
And someone come and said, "You lot don't do this or don't do that."
And they was being offered money to sign with the labels, to do certain things.
Yeah.
And somebody, a big bro, like put my arm around you boys and say, "No, don't take no money from them, man. Blah blah blah. Let's do this thing independently."
Okay, was that wrong? What the big bro said, or what was it right? What are you saying?
What I don't know what's wrong or right, but what I do know, I know money changes lives, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? That big bro
point was,
shouldn't
big
have
bro
told.
Said this,
so what are you saying?
Big bro said that, but Big bro didn't put 50K, 100K in them man's pockets or try to put them over there or over there. I'm not saying he should have done it, but if you're gonna tell people don't take this, don't take that, I don't know, maybe offer like an alternative.
Okay, so we're looking for the problem.
Advice you can just give on. You can take advice or leave it, innit?
Yeah.
But Big Bro was such a big bro that everyone took the advice because he was Big Bro.
Okay. Do you know what Big? All right. Do you want me to tell you a little truth about Big Bro and Elf Kid and that? Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, so it's very hard for me to speak on it. But if I step out of my shoes and I understand what you're saying, okay, what you're saying is because we're looking for problems and solutions. If a young buck gets offered money by a major label, Big Bro is not supposed to tell them not to take it. Big Bro, just let the youngers get their money and let them.
Or he should have 100 bags before he says that.
Yeah, like what are you saying? Like, what's the solution? Sorry, tell me solution.
Okay, maybe at the time it might have been the right thing to say if we could set up some sort of like ecosystem where everything thrives and works. And I'm not saying it was, but my point is, like, in hindsight, it wasn't, because I don't know. 2 years later, Elf Kid's not making music.
Okay, was Elf Kid's reason for not making music Big Bro's fault?
I'm not saying it was Big Bro's fault, but
so
I know
what was Elf Kid's reason for not making music?
If you had 150k, you don't even have to be doing music. I know certain people that made money from music now that's invested in other things.
So what if you haven't got the 150k, but the advice is still right? What do we do then? Don't give the advice until you get the 150k? But they're doing the thing now. But anyway, no hats and no hoods here. And big up Peter, yeah. But when you mentioned Novelist and Elf Kid and that time, and around that time, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that there was around no hoods, no hats, them times there, because I remember being around them time, and I don't remember someone putting anyone in a headlock and saying madness.
Nah, no hats, no hoods. He's an independent brother. Love to him. He's doing a lot for the man them, and he was doing then. But he's independent. There's only so much funding he can get to help people.
Guys, can I just cut in? Because obviously I was around that time. I was 100% a lot of money flying around. But when it comes to major labels, it's really what your goal is. Because there's some people where they want to be on a big label, they want to have big budgets, they want to go international, and that's perfect for them. And there's other people where they want to go independent and not have a bunch of people telling them what to do. And it really depends what your goal is. Because someone like AJ Tracey stayed independent and has made way more money in the long term, has had a way more successful career than some people that would have just had like one single and done. So I don't think it's as like arbitrary whether it's like A or B. It's just who the artist is and what they want.
Cut and dry. It's definitely not cut and dry. But AJ Tracey is an anomaly, though, isn't it? Like, and a few of them are. But my point was, if regardless of anything else, whatever happens tomorrow, had you taken some funds, you could have changed your life. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Magic, is that you?
Yeah.
How you been, mate? How you been? Magic, you know I bring you up all the time. I always bring you up. You know why? Because of the very reasons that he just said, the independence, the care, and all the rest of it, right? And my respect for you will always and has always been high.
Likewise.
Yes. And I want to ask you, because what you said is really important. Like some people label, budget, blah, that's what they want. Some people independent, that's what they want. They want to do, right? And in terms of what Lyndon is saying, right? I understand what he means now. What he means now is even sometimes when money's on the table and there are youth who can get the money, he's saying that an older has convinced the younger not to take the money. But in hindsight, the younger might feel like they should have took the money. Okay. If the younger takes the money and the older doesn't say anything, and he goes on in his career and one day he realizes what music business is and he turns around and says, oh, I got bumped, I this, I that, and he gets upset, right? I tweeted the other day, the problem is not the music industry. I'm talking about myself. My problem, it was the lack of knowledge I had before I went into the industry, which would make it my fault. I can blame everyone in the world, but it's me.
Yes.
Okay? So for these kids, and what Lyndon's saying, do you think that Lyndon's got a point, or do you think that Lyndon's just trying to
Phil, you know what is
Tell me, please.
Talking about problems and solutions, as like someone who came up in the hood, what I feel the problem is there's too many people that are nothing to do with the music, whatever, giving music advice. Like that. So if you was a doctor, that one of your nephews was a doctor, he wouldn't be taking advice from your other nephew's a shotter.
Fact.
Because you don't know anything. So what happens is people start talking about labels and what you should do and what you should do with. They've never met someone from a label. They're just in the hood saying something because something's going on. But they don't actually, and then the youth man will look at that person and think, well, he's older than me. He's got bare experience in all of the things that are nothing to do with the music that I'm going into. Yeah, he might be a bad man on the ends, a shotter, this way, but what does he know about music to be giving music advice? So that person is just as much of a problem as the label are. Because they're not educating the youth man. No, go through the label, but do this, but do that. They've never been in a label ever.
Nah, bro. He's got experience. He told man to dash their Gucci in the bin, bro. I was there.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again,
Gucci
please.
in the bin is mad.
What did you say, Lyndon? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Big bro was very knowledgeable in music. I hear what you're saying in terms of there's people outside of music that don't have a clue. Big bro was very knowledgeable in music. I don't know if he took the time to educate the young boys, but that's not his business. That's not his problem anyway. All I'm saying was the advice he gave about the money and the bills was wrong. That's what I think. And he's very knowledgeable.
Okay.
I just wanted to